Dear children, today we are going to read a very interesting chapter. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together, which is from the pen of Gordon Cook and Alan East. Well, as the name suggests, as the title suggests, this chapter is based on one adventurous journey at sea. It is an account of the narrator's courage and determination to face the adversities, problems, especially when one enjoys the faith and support of his family members. The lesson is a heart-rending account of how the family of narrator, his wife Mary, his son Jonathan, aged 6 years, and daughter, aged 7, had a close encounter with the death during their sea journey. And this is actually a dream voyage. This is actually the author's dream to go on one sea round, to go on one complete round of the world through sea, just like the Captain James Cook, who did the same thing 200 years earlier. And here are the characters, the main characters of the story. The very first is narrator, who is one 37-year-old businessman whose dream is to sail, whose dream is to go on the sea journey, whose dream is to take a complete round of the entire earth, just like the Captain James Cook did 200 years earlier him. And the second person is Mary. Mary is the wife of narrator, and then they had a son, Jonathan, whose age is 6, and Suzanne. So these four are the family members, and then there are two more characters of the story. The very first is American man Larry Vigil, and the other one is Swiss person whose name is Herb Siegler. This Larry and Herb, they worked as crew members in the sea journey, and they were very determined and courageous person. Even while they were facing the sea problems, they were fighting with the gigantic waves of the sea. So the story began. It was in 1976 that they sailed from for journey to world voyage. They tried to duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by James Cook in their professionally ship the Wave Walker. And as I explained earlier, that this is the dream of the narrator to go on one complete sea round, to one complete round of earth through sea journey, just like this James Cook did 200 years before him. And for the same, in order to fulfill the same dream, he built one professional ship, that is the Wave Walker. Fine. And he also did one more thing. He took the training of 16 years. Well, 16 years he spent in the waters in order to be trained enough to go for the sea voyage. And who is Captain James Cook? This Captain James Cook, he was born in 1728, and he lived till 1779. He was a British explorer, a navigator, and cartographer. Cartographer is someone who made the maps, who ultimately rose to the rank of the captain in the Royal Navy. And at the last, he really got a very highest rank in the Royal Navy. So this is the beginning of the story. In the beginning of the story, it was mentioned that it is the time of July 1976, when this 37-year-old businessman with his family members Mary, Jonathan, and Suzanne, he started his journey from the England Plymouth station. Plymouth is a place in England, and from there he started sailing for the sea journey. And the very first leg of the journey, or you can say the first part of the journey, it went in a very pleasant way. First they sailed towards they sailed from the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. So the very first plan of their sea journey was to go from Africa to the Cape Town, and then they further sailed to the southern Indian Ocean. And obviously, because this is the world's roughest sea, the southern Indian Ocean, only because of sailing over there, they hired the two crewmen. One was American Larry Vigil and the other was Herb Siegler. So they hired these two people only to tackle the world's roughest and windiest sea, that is the southern Indian Ocean. There they faced these strong winds. They were encountered with these strong winds, and which continued for few weeks. And what was more alarming, what was the cause of worry? The alarming size of the waves, which rose up to 15 meters, and this is also the height of the mast. Then on January 2nd, after the Cape Town, they reached near the east side of the same, and they reached on December 25th. They celebrated their Christmas over there, and after that, on 2nd of January, they were preparing themselves for the worst, because waves now became very huge and gigantic. And just to slow down the boat in order to meet the various challenges of the sea, they dropped the storm jib and lashed the heavy ropes in order to encounter with the waves. But then came the disaster, and so it was 6 p.m. Then the tremendous explosion shocked the deck, and powerful flow of water broke over the ship, actually because of the one gigantic wave. The water of that wave, or you may say the crest, which is the initial part of that wave, जो wave rise होंदी है, the first part होंदा, fine, that we know, that we call as crest, fine. So here the crest, as it attacked over the ship, so the parts of that ship broke. Okay, so it was about 6 p.m. when the wind dropped, the sky became absolutely dark, followed by a growling roar, and that roar was of the gigantic wave, which was as twice high as of the other waves. And then there was one big explosion which completely shook the deck. Wave Walker was getting sunk, and the captain was badly injured, and captain's head was smashed into the wheel, and he flew overboard and sank below the waves. Here I must say that this captain is actually the narrator, or 37-year-old, the businessman who came here to fulfill his dream of completing one round over the earth through the sea journey. So he was so badly injured, with the left ribs cracked, teeth broken, and mouth filled with the blood. The captain kept his courage, found the wheel, and lined up the stern for the next wave, and he hung on. No matter, apart from all these injuries, he didn't lose his hope, and he gathered all his courage, and finally he found the wheel, and he tried to uh, you know be ready for the next wave, the attack of next wave. Then it is not just that the captain was showing his impeccable courage, but it is also the crew members, the two crewmen, this Larry and Herbie. Even they were doing their best. They started pumping out the water and settled to make the necessary repairs to save the boat from sinking. This is sinking. Okay, so this crew members, they tried their best to pump the water that was already entered because of the attack of that huge wave, they try to keep this water out of the boat so that their boat can be saved from sinking. And finally they manage to stretch canvas and scratch the waterproof hatch cover across the gaping holes. Actually, Captain half swam and half crawled, and finally he reached to the children's cabin and he inquired about the health of those children, Suzanne and John. He asked about them, and then finally he quickly got some screws, one hammer and canvas, because he wanted to make the necessary changes into the damaged part of the boat. Damaged part ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀ ਉੱਤੇ canvas ਦੀ sheet ਚੜਾ ਕੇ fine, he wanted to control the flow of water which was coming inside the boat. In order to do so, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ tool box ਸੀ, he took the tool box and he came to the damaged boat side of the boat. So children, it was not only that the attack of that wave which was very much alarming, fine, it was not the single problem that they faced, rather there were many other problems which were faced by the members of the family. So the very first is the electric pump short circuit. Actually the hand pump that both Larry and Herbie was using, because of collecting the water and to pumping the water out of the boat, some of the debris, those part of the debris blocked the pipes of that hand pump completely. So they worked those, so they started, so they were out of the order, and that's why he wanted that there must be some other pump so that they may continue with the pumping the water out of the boat. And moreover water level rose threateningly, and moreover the level of water which was coming inside that boat, it was rising very alarmingly. And captain used another electric pump kept under his chart room floor and connected it to an out pipe. So in this way connected used the alternative one other option in order to keep the water out of that boat. And the third problem was the injuries of Suzanne. Suzanne was badly injured. His head was completely swollen and his eyes were enormously black, and there was also a deep cut on her arm. But see, the girl is very much courageous, and even in that period she was smiling and giving the best and motivational card to to her father. So after that worst time, the captain hope was only to reach to the island, so that they may reach to the island, there will be a kind of break for them so that they may easily damage the boat, and so that they can continue with the further journey. And in order to do the same, he started to you know he started to see the location of Amsterdam, which is one French scientific based island, fine. And he wanted that if the wind could be slowed down so that it may be easy for them to reach the island of Amsterdam, which was only 100 kilometers away from that location. And here he is showing off the exemplary courage. When it was the time of January 4th and 5th, and after the 36 hours of continuous pumping and continuously they were taking this water out of the boat, because boat was still damaged, it was not repaired, fine. Then ਉਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੋ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ boat ਦੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, and ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ they were, everyone was doing their best and they were pumping the water out of the boat. But in such worst condition, Jonathan, he was the 6-year-old son of the narrator or captain, he came near to him and he asked that dad, I am not afraid to die. And look at the words that he expressed. He was like that, we are not afraid to die if we all can be together, you and I, mummy and Sue. If the four members, if the four family members are together in this worst condition, he is not afraid of die, he is not scared of that death if they all are together and with each other. And this courageous words of Jonathan, and obvious, and also the brave attitude of this Sioux, no matter he was having such harsh wounds on his head, on his eyes, and also on his arm, no matter they were in the worst of their conditions, but still they inspired the captain to fight the sea and protect his family. No matter it was the crucial days, the January 4th and 5th, because for 36 continuous hours they were pumping and they were keeping this water out of the boat. And they also hoisted the storm jib mast ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ fine. It is a kind of way ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਪਰਪਸ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹਦਾ ਪਰਪਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਟੋਰਮਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਫਾਈਨ, ਜਦੋਂ ਵਿੰਡ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਰਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੋਟ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਬੈਟਰ ਵੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ fine. And then there were also black clouds which built at 4 p.m. and everything was getting so dark and the waves were getting very much higher because of that weather condition ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ storm ਸੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ. and even the black clouds built up again at 4 p.m. so the situation was becoming very much desperate. But on January 6th, they saw Wave Walker ride out the storm and wind was eased. Finally, they were able to see that their boat, Wave Walker, it came out of that storm and now even the wind has eased. कि जड़ी wind सी वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब बहुत तेज़ नहीं सी, ਹੁਣ थोड़ी slow हो गई सी. So they expected to see the island at 5 p.m. but they wake up at 6 p.m. and thought they missed the island. So captain, he was like that maybe now he did all the calculations on his navigatory map and he expressed that by 5 p.m. by 5 o'clock in the evening we are going to touch the island. And by saying these words he went to his deck to take a nap. But while taking this short nap, finally he wake up at 6 p.m. and he realized that it is already 1 hour past from his expected time. So he thought that maybe they have missed that island, but he was completely wrong because finally they touched the shore of El Amsterdam. Finally they were able to see the island from their Wave Walker and they were very much happy because they realized that they finally reached to their destination. His son and his daughter Sue then appeared and hugged him, calling him the best daddy and the best captain in the world. And finally the voyagers, or every person, all these 6 people, they touched the shore of El Amsterdam. There was courage, there was conviction, a keen presence of mind, and above all the strength of the family that brought them successfully out of their journey. And finally, in the very ending paragraph of the chapter, this person, this narrator, this captain, he is expressing his heartfelt gratitude towards the member of that journey. First of all, he expressed his gratitude for Larry and Herbie, who were the crew members of the Wave Walker, because in their time they both of them were very cheerful and they were very hopeful and optimistic even under the enormous stress. Then he expressed his thank you towards his wife Mary, who never left his side, and he also stood at the wheel even in the crucial hours of that wave attack. ਜਦੋਂ wave ने attack ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, in that crucial period when he needed to go inside, then he asked the help of his wife Mary ਉਦੋਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ wheel ਸੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੰਭਾਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ boat ਆ ਉਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਦੀ ਰਹੇ. So next he expressed his thank you towards his daughter Sue, who was really very brave and sensible girl, and who did not want uh, the captain to worry about his head injury. Rather he made one inspirational or motivational card for his daddy, expressing him that he is the best person and he can do the best. And at the very last he expressed his heartfelt gratitude towards Jonathan, who is a very brave boy and whose words actually give motivation to the captain, and his words became also the title of this chapter. And the words were that we are not afraid to die if we all